Well, welcome again to New Inn Congregational Church and our thought for the week. This last weekend has been our Harvest Thanksgiving weekend. And as we gathered together on Sunday, we did so singing many of the well-known harvest hymns and giving thanks to God for all the good things that we enjoy. As part of that, we've encouraged folk to bring products to the church. And some of them you can see on the table by the side of me. Others are around the windowsills of the chapel. If you were here on Sunday, you would have seen just what a lovely spread of things there were. And by the time you're watching this video, all of the products that were given will be with a food bank in Pont Newydd and will be distributed to people who are in need. And it's a great opportunity, Harvest Weekend, here in our chapel, to give thanks to God for all his goodness to us over another year. Because we're in a church in the valleys, there's one, I think, quite charming tradition that we carry out every year. And that is, amongst all the products that are on the table and on display, there is always a lump of coal. And you can see here that this year we've done that as we always do. And that's a tradition that has been worked out in valley churches for many, many decades, indeed, if not centuries. And of course, it's because, particularly in bygone days, the wealth and the prosperity of the valley was based on the fact that there was coal in the hills. And many people in the churches were employed in the coal industry, and they wanted to give thanks to God for the coal that kept them warm in winter, but also provided them with livelihoods. And of course, the valleys are very different to that nowadays. It's interesting sometimes when there are children here in our harvest service to say, now, what do you think this is? And just to see the blank look on children's faces, because the vast majority of children nowadays have never seen coal and have no idea just how important it was in previous generations, even in a place like New Inn. Of course, we don't burn coal so much in our homes now. And with the problems of global warming and carbon footprint reduction, there's been a move away from coal. But of course, we still use coal, don't we? And it's amazing how many different things are made using coal. Perhaps you'd be surprised to know that many of the things that we use to keep ourselves clean, coal is one of the ingredients. The coal tar that comes in the distillation process when coal is burned is very often turned into products, soap products, cosmetic products, products perhaps that keep us clean and keep us smelling nice. It's hard to imagine, isn't it, that something which caused so much dirt, doesn't it? We remember the grimy faces of the miners as they came out of the pit shaft and then had to go to the baths to make themselves clean. It's hard to think that something so dirty could make us clean. What a transformation that is. Of course, that reminds us of something else that we give thanks for here in the church every harvest. The God who created this world and the God who looks after the world and provides for us through creation year by year, the God who keeps his promise to send a harvest every year, well, he's also the God who sent his Son, the Lord Jesus Christ, into this world, the greatest of his gifts to us. Jesus came and lived and died upon a cross, and he did so that our lives, that are so often dirty because of the wrong things that we say and do and think, those lives could be transformed into something that is clean and good and pure in God's sight, all because Jesus died in our place to make us new people. And here in the church at New Inn, and in churches all over the country where Harvest Thanksgiving has been celebrated over these last weeks, there are people whose lives have been transformed, turned from something unclean and something that's soiled into something that's beautiful in God's sight. And you know, my friends, that can happen to you too. If you'll put your faith and your trust in Jesus Christ, if you'll believe in him, if you'll ask him to be Lord of your life, he can transform you and make you something that's pleasing to him. We'd love to tell you more about that. We'd love you to come and join with us We're here every Sunday. And although last Sunday was a special Sunday, you'd be very welcome to join with us next week as well. As again, we give thanks to God, the God who transforms our lives through Jesus.